This is Star Fox for the SNES, a retrospect. This was one of the first truly 3D games of the SNES. Is it still playable? Does it look fine for an early 3D game? I got this game from a store in my neighborhood that was closing down. It was actually quite common to have independent video game stores back then, but a lot of them started closing around at this time. It was probably EB Games was getting more popular, and there's probably video game publisher deals between the two. Nowadays, there has been a general decline in video game stores, probably due to digitization of video games. So how does it play? It plays okay, just your typical rail shooter but in 3D. However, the gameplay is affected by the low frame rates. I mentioned this before in my Doom review for the SNES, but this game accounts for it in a manner of speaking. Also, I feel like I'm pressing the Y and R buttons all the time, as double tapping R does a barrel roll, which deflects lasers from hitting you. I found the planet levels to be a little bland in appearance, but the space levels are pretty good looking. The soundtrack is still pretty good, and it lends itself to this type of game very well. Playing this game, there are some things that I would like to comment on. At the start of the sequence, I thought the computer was saying, "You're hurting me, you're hurting me," but it actually was emergency, emergency. Also, there's this blue thing. Did you see that? I think it's a pilot of the ship that I blew up. There's also lots of explosions, which I think everybody likes. And here are some more explosions for you. Overall, the low frame rates makes this game really choppy to play and hard to recommend in a modern world. Taking into account the game's era, I'd give this game a 7 out of 10.